guys, I'm back again with another video just like I promised. Today I'm going to be doing my pull list for this week. It's funny, literally the moment that I say I'm going to start doing weekly comic book videos, the shipment got delayed and the weather was really crap this week. It's raining, it's winter, it's gross. I mean, I love winter, so I can't complain, but going to work on public transport in the rain is just the worst thing ever. So as you can see, I am in physical I do not give a crap mode. I have a messy bun, I've even got my freaking glasses out, I got my favourite jumper on. I am literally in the comfort zone bringing you this video today. I also have a different background. This is literally the back end of my room. I've just bought this massive 16 box cube shelf thing that I'm going to put a whole lot of nerdy stuff in. I've kind of started it in the back, so this lighting is absolutely terrible. I am so sorry. I'm gonna try brighten it the F up on Final Cut Pro. We'll see how that goes. So apologies in advance if I look like a creepy vampire and it's super dark, but I mean, is that any different to real life? So all that massive random rant, I can't believe I started this video with a rant about how comfortable I am and how dark it is in the room. We're going to be going through my pull list today. I'm so excited to finally do an up-to-date pull list. You know how this excites me so. Obviously, I have not read any of the comics that I picked up because I am trying to still get through my April comics. I have literally laid out all my comics on the floor and one by one I'm going through each pile. So Superman, Batgirl, Batman, all different ones, and I have literally a whole half of my room to go. But screw that, that's in the past. Let's talk about the comics for this week. So first in the list we have Superman issue number 24. This is the variant edition of the comic, and last night I got completely up to date on Superman, so I know everything that's going on, so I'm super keen. I'm really liking this arc at the moment. I'm actually really enjoying this ongoing Superman. Seriously, Peter Tomasi is such a good writer for Superman. I'm very happy with how the series is going at the moment. And the other series he does is obviously Super Sons, which kind of ties into the Superman series, so that's definitely one you should be picking up if you are liking the current Superman. So the last issue of Superman revealed the villain as Manchester Black, which I'm very excited about. So in this issue, we'll be seeing more about Manchester Black and the Elite, and I'm very excited to see how John ties into all of this, because he's been kind of kept aside so far and is being treated as the golden boy. So I really want to see how his untouched powers link into this storyline and why Manchester Black is so interested in him. Now the next issue we have from DC is Shade the Changing Girl issue number 9. How beautiful is this comic? So I got sent this comic from DC Comics because I review Shade the Changing Girl monthly over on the DC Fans channel. I'll leave a link in the description below, and I'll just put a little link here because I did just recently review Shade the Changing Girl issue number 9. So if you guys want to go watch that video over on the DC Fans channel, click the video over here somewhere. So I won't talk too much about this particular comic because I have talked the ears off it over at the DC Fans channel, but it is such a beautifully drawn book and I am really enjoying the story so far. Next book we have is Paper Girls issue number 15. So this comic just goes, I swear, goes in so many different random directions and you have no idea what's going on. I am getting a little bit sick of the prehistoric timeline at the moment. I'm hoping that they can just wrap up that arc so we can see the girls in action in a different era. Next issue I have is Jem and the Misfits issue number 5. So the last few issues were focusing on each particular band member, which has been so much fun so far, getting to learn a little bit more about each character. Because the first issue, if you haven't read anything about Jem and the Holograms or don't know anything about the Misfits, which I didn't going in, they just threw a whole lot of characters at you and you literally, well, I didn't even know who was who, and it was very hard to kind of figure out whose personalities were what and who was where. It was very confusing. So having all these different issues focusing on each character and their backstory has been really great so far. So this week it's obviously going to focus on Jetta, who is basically the last person that we have to learn about. There is of course the leader Pizzazz, but she's the main person in this comic, so I already kind of know a little bit about her. So this was kind of left on a cliffhanger last time and it kind of was leading into Jetta's big surprise. So it will be really fun to read this comic and figure out what that surprise is. Next issue we have is Heathen, issue number 4. Now I really love ancient gods, ancient stuff, and this is all about the Vikings and the Norse gods, which is just so much fun. This comic is really beautifully drawn as well, and the pages, just all of the artwork looks magnificent, and the story is fantastic as well. So definitely a really good comic to get if you are very keen in reading more about Vikings and the Norse gods. The next issue I have is Extremity, issue number 4. So the first issue of this literally blew me away. Like, it was such it just felt like such a condensed story into one issue, and I just wanted to know more. They opened up this whole world of possibilities. Basically, it's set in this post-apocalyptic future world. You don't know if it's part of, you know, this world or a different world. We have no idea. And there's just so many different factions and things happening. It's very, very complex, but they do a very good job about slowly mentioning things so you're not just thrown in the deep end and going, what the F is happening? So if you have not read this comic before, this series revolves around a family that has been wronged in the past. The main character, who is the father, his daughter's arm got cut off at the very beginning of the comic, and that's not really a spoiler because it just happens straight away. So this is all about that family getting revenge on the people that did this to them, and there's just so many different layers to this. There's just so much happening in this post-apocalyptic world. It's very mechanical, technological. It's kind of like Blade Runner crossed with Mad Max / Fallout, maybe that's the best way to describe it. I have really been enjoying this comic so far, and I really hope it's going to be a long-running series because I feel like there's just so many avenues they can take and so many different stories. Next issue I have is Spirit Hunters, issue number 8. So, I have been collecting this series since the very beginning, and the best way I can describe it, I have said it again and again, it's basically a supernatural version of Criminal Minds. So if you love Criminal Minds and you love supernatural things, absolutely perfect fit. It's basically about a team of paranormal investigators that go out across the country and fly across to all these different crime scenes, and they get called up by people, and they basically go there and solve the crimes and, you know, banish the entity back to whatever place that it came from. But each issue has a different type of story, a different kind of contextual meaning to the supernatural entity. Normally it's like a ghost or a demon, but I feel like it's a very fun series. Next issue I have is Brave Chef Brianna. This is the final issue of this comic. I have been loving this. It's just been so cute and such a fun and happy series. So basically this series is about this main girl whose name is Brianna, and she's a family of so many different children. So she's the youngest and she's the only girl in the family, and she's got 15 brothers, and her father is this famous cook. He's got this whole empire, and he's slowly dying at the moment, and he's said to his children, whoever creates the best restaurant, or I guess whoever makes a name for themselves and has the most popular restaurant, will get his fortune and his legacy, and will be able to continue on the family name in the name of chefing or cooking or, you know, whatever you call it. So Brianna decides to go to Monster City, and in Monster City, human food is basically banned. She can't use flour or sugar or anything like that. So she's gone to a city that is very, very hard to create a human restaurant. So she's been struggling through that, and I just feel like the series is very cute. There's just so many different elements to it, and it's really fun, and I've enjoyed it so far. So I'm kind of sad that this is going to be the last issue, but if you guys want to check it out, I'm sure the trade paperback will be coming out pretty soon. But then again, there's only 4 issues to this series, so it'll be really easy to pick up the single issues. Now the last issue I have for the week is the Unsound, which sounded really, really interesting, and I absolutely freaking love Boom Studios. I seriously swear they're like my second favorite comic book publisher. I just feel like, just unintentionally, I just realized I almost pick up every single series that they pump out. I don't think I've come across one that I've disliked so far. So Boom Studios, big thumbs up, thank you. And this issue was also written by Cullen Bunn, who is a fantastic Deadpool writer, so I felt like I had to jump on this one and see what it's like. So I'm very keen to start reading this one. So to those that don't know what this series is about, it's basically a horror comic, which makes a lot of sense after Night of the Living Deadpool and Return of the Living Deadpool, all the ones that Cullen Bunn has written. So this revolves around this main character who goes into a nurse at a psychiatric hospital, and all these crazy, strange things start happening. We're talking demonic, witchy things. So 100% I was like, me, I want it, give me the issue. So that was all the comics I picked up this week, guys, my full pull list. Let me know what you guys picked up this week by leaving a comment below. Watch out for more videos next week, including my pull list. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you very, very soon. Goodbye.